Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to today's Uplift. Today we're going to talk about our coping skills, but first, let's start with a prayer. So if you're comfortable, just gently close your eyes and know with me that there is one source, one power, one perfect, beautiful intelligence, one love. And this one resides within us and around us. It is everywhere present. This one guides and directs us every moment, all the time. As we turn towards it, it turns towards us. We always have the guidance and the wisdom and the wherewithal, and anything that we need is right here, right now. And so I know that today we listen with open hearts, open minds, and we hear the words of God spoken through me at the moment, and they give us insight and intuition and calmness. So I let these words go, knowing that in God mind they are already done. And here and now I just let it be with a very, very grateful heart. And I say, and so it is. So welcome to today's Uplift. As you know, we're in a very unusual time. All this sheltering in place and all this canceling of our activities and all this technology, it requires a lot of adjustments, and it tests our coping skills to the max. Some folks have found staying at home quite easy, and some find it very, very difficult. I would say I'm both of those. To begin with, let's remember that some people live with others, and so they have a social network already built in. These folks have to go out or leave the house just to find some peace and quiet. Others of us live alone, so we go out to have some social activity or to be with people. So we're starting from very different places to begin with. I fall in the category of folks that live alone. My activities and my outings have always been my social and my entertainment. I have never owned a TV, and getting out with friends and listening to music and going out to a movie and eating out, all these are my entertainment. In March, as you know, that all came to a screeching halt. At that time, I had 3 jobs. I had my business, which is called So Much to Do, a job working at home shows and fairs, and then a job working for the census. The first 2 stopped very quickly, and the third one never started till much later. So like so many of you, I suddenly had very much time on my hands. And honestly, I didn't know what to do with myself. It was like when we were kids and we said to our mom, "Mom, there's nothing to do." And your mom said, "Oh, there's plenty to do. You could clean your room, you could put out the trash, and so on." And that's a little like how I felt. I knew there were plenty of things to do, but they weren't fun and I didn't want to do them. So I'm going to share with you some of the coping skills that have helped me during this time. Maybe they'll help you as well. First of all, I'm a person that makes lists. I have done this since time began, surely since I was a teenager. It helps me to remember what needs to be done, it helps me stay on track, and it helps me to not get distracted. Otherwise, I would probably start out, I'm going to go wash the dishes, and then I can't find my glasses, then I go look for my glasses and I find a magazine, and then I start reading the magazine, and then that reminds me that I want to go look something up, and then the next thing I'm in some kind of a rabbit hole, and that is why I make lists. So I did realize right from the get-go that this time at home was a gift. And so I made a list of all the things that I have over time wanted to do, but didn't feel like I had the time to do them. Some were simple, like I had some broken jewelry that needed restringing, and some were bigger projects, like this family heritage project that I wanted to create before the stories and the photos were lost. I had sewing projects that needed finishing. I just made this list of all these different things, and I put it on the refrigerator. And then when those times came when I really didn't know what to do with myself, I could go to my list and I could see if one of those projects struck me at the time, and it reminded me of things that I wanted to do. It gave me options for those times when my energy was too low to think of them myself. I also knew that I had some time to do some cleaning that I don't normally do, but I had to make it fun. So I put on little slips of paper, clean the mirrors, clean the counters, clean off the desk, whatever these little projects were, big or little. I put all those little slips of paper in a box. And then each day I could draw one out, and that would be my assignment for the day. It isn't so overwhelming that way, and also there's the element of surprise. When we had to make or have face masks, I made a face mask for myself. I checked in with a few of my friends to see if they wanted a face mask, and that made a real change for me. Not because it gave me something to do, but because it gave me a purpose. I was doing something for someone else. Purpose makes us thrive. A little side story about purpose. A few years ago, I was a conservator for a man. He was in his late 80s, and he had moved to Frederica Manor, which is a retirement home in Chula Vista. I saw a lot of people there that were in their 80s and 90s, and the ones who were thriving were the ones that had a purpose. They were on a committee, or they were in the repair shop fixing things for other people, or they were leading the choir. It is very important to have a purpose and to give to others. And your purpose can change over time. You can have a purpose now and you can have another purpose later. Another thing I have to do right now is I often have to remind myself to get out of the house. Sometimes it's just a little thing like a walk around the block or do an errand or something, but get out of the house for a little while. Moving helps, getting your body moving, and there is a pool at my place, so that's nice. If I'm cooking, which I have done more of lately, I usually pack up some in a container and I take it over to a friend's house. And sometimes she and I will sit in lawn chairs on opposite ends of her garage so that we can safely visit for a while. I do also have a lot of books, and I love to read, but some days I just don't want to read. I want to go out to lunch. I want to go with people. When I feel like that, I will sometimes grab my Science of Mind textbook, open it randomly, and read what's there. And that is very comforting. What I really want you to know is that there is no right way or wrong way to navigate through this. Some days we have energy to do things, and some days we don't. Remember that we have had a lot of losses. We have lost the activities that we enjoy. We've lost the ability to see our friends. Some of us have lost our jobs or our income. We've lost the structure to our day. This means that we are grieving. We are grieving all these different losses and what our life used to be like. And when someone is grieving, you have to be kind. And if it's you, be kind to yourself. And don't forget simple things or obvious things like eating well, getting enough sleep. If you take vitamins, be sure to take them. Proper self-care is very important right now. And if the most you can do is take a nap, then do that. Remember the phone? You can call people. Stay connected with your friends and your family. Everything doesn't have to be a Zoom. And remember, we used to use the phone for years without texting or without pictures? Just call. I'm sure your loved ones would love to hear your voice. And then, if everything still feels too heavy, put in a prayer request or call your practitioner. It's like Reverend Patty says, let us do the calling on our heart. When we pray for you, we're really praying for all of us. And it lifts the consciousness collectively. We need that right now. Seriously, the more prayers and unity, the better. And remember that you are the light. And you make a difference to me and to each other and to the world. Thank you. Now we are going to have a prayer. Again, know with me that there is one. And as we join together in consciousness, we join together with the consciousness of everyone everywhere. We stay positive. We stay uplifted. We take care of ourselves. We know what to do and how to do it to be the best we can be. We live in this moment or in this time to make a difference. And we make a difference just by being here. I know that God is in each one of us, that Spirit expresses as each one of us in very different ways, and all the ways are God ways. And so right now I am grateful for each one of you. I am grateful for this teaching, and I am grateful for the result. I love you all, and so it is. Bye.